Hello.
Hello.
My name is Kate Butch.
And I'm Caitlin Powell.
And this is Quiz Gone By, the podcast where we watch TV programmes and films from our childhood, have some food, some nostalgic snacks, and ask, are these the things that made us queer? Today on the podcast, it's a very special time for us. We have our first guest ever
Very exciting.
to join us. Joining us today is the fabulous, the award-nominated, the tallest drag queen I know.
Award present.
The lauded AU. Yeah. Lauded. The fabulous Cynthia Seaward.
Oh, good evening. Thank you for having me in this place.
You're very welcome, Cynthia. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Short time, first time.
Yeah,
Short time listener, first time caller.
She literally started listening to it today.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But I got 4 of them down. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I don't really watch Glee, so.
And you loved them all, didn't you?
I did. I really enjoyed them.
And you'll
I'm having
recommend
a good
them
time.
to a friend.
I will. I feel like I'm your friend already.
Well, don't get too ahead of yourself.
Very chatty.
You have brought us some fabulous nostalgic snacks. Not one, but 2.
Yes, in the tradition of this, I thought, snacks. I've brought number 1, some lovely. You can hear this.
ASMR.
Holding them up. Hold them up. Can you guess? That's right. It's Dairily Lunchables. I couldn't get the actual ones that really take me back because they used to do ones which a pizza or a hot dog or things like that. But I brought the ham and cheese.
It's a classic.
I thought you'd enjoy that, Kate, as a vegan.
Because I have crackers have got butter in and the ham with the cheese, but it's fine. I will watch you eat them.
We're going to enjoy it
with aplomb.
Well, I can't have the ham either, but...
I have memories of this in school, in primary school. Someone, she's called Olivia, she made a Dairily Lunchable and waved it in my face. At that point, I was a vegetarian. And with the ham, I literally screamed in the middle of the dining hall. Flash!
That's camp.
It was very camp.
Very camp.
Well, you can see on the packet here, it says it's a good source of calcium.
Not a great source.
Well, it's a good source of calcium, but it's also a source of protein. It's great for calcium. Protein, it's there.
A trace of protein. Open it up, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Let's listen to the ASMR.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm having flashbacks of my school.
And
I'm
it's
about
all-
to scream into the hall again.
Squeaky clean,
Move them away.
stuck together.
They look like plastic.
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, there's probably no meat there.
There's meat
Right there. Right there.
It doesn't. That's probably never seen a pig.
No. Well, they won't have used the eye. It'll mainly have been the ear or toenail.
But I would like to watch you assemble them.
Okay, I'll
Because I have
assemble
never
them.
had this privilege.
Okay. So I would have...
Are you having a ham? You go ham first.
I'd go ham
Oh, it's like the
first.
whole scone thing, jam or cream.
Jam
Which
or-
one's first?
I'd say scone first.
Well, I'd say scone, and you're in my house, so.
All this cheese is stuck together. I'm going to have to double cheese it.
Oh.
You know what?
Cheese it.
I'm having a good time.
Oh, man.
Another bit of ham.
Oh, you're doing a
cracker.
sandwich.
I've got a sandwich.
Yeah, have you never had it?
I've never had a Dairily Dunkin'.
I'm gonna make myself
I don't think I've ever had
cheese one.
Dairily, even
Really?
little triangles.
Oh.
Oh,
Mmm.
crispy crunchy, all over the table.
I'm just gonna make myself a
Okay,
little
let's just
open
have it-
sandwich.
Lovely.
Just a cheese.
Cheesy cracker. She's a civilised bitch.
That's certainly a digestive biscuit with some plastic on it.
Is it digestive?
No, it's like a...
It tastes sweet.
Okay.
It's got sugar in
Oh,
it.
no, you can't have a cracker, can you?
Can't have the cracker's got butter in. I'll tell you what doesn't have butter in, or so I believe from the ingredients.
Oh.
Cynthia's other thing that she's brought. I'm gonna race ahead. I don't want your hammy fingers all over it. ASMR here. She's a considerate gal, as our Cynthia. She's brought something for me to have. There's 6 of them, and I'll be having all of them. She's brought us some assorted jam tarts, which I do
Jam
remember
tarts are
having.
such a nostalgia trip.
We've got strawberry, apricot, or blackcurrant.
Just the trifecta of jams.
Yeah.
Can I crack them open?
Absolutely,
Okay.
crack them open, ASMR out. It was just what my grandma would always buy us on picnics.
Yeah.
We used to have. Then my mum started making them, and
It's
she
not
does
the
listen.
same.
No offense, mum, but it's you need that processed pastry, processed jam. She was like homemade pastry, homemade jam, and they were nice, and the effort was there. But you want that kind of
The jam always comes out really dense and treacly in a homemade jam tart.
yes,
Yeah.
because it even more caramelizers in the oven.
It really is. Out of the three of us, who would you say is the strawberry, who's the apricot, who's the blackcurrant? #tag yourself.
I think I'm the apricot because I'm probably the least popular, but I'm still a good time.
Yeah.
I don't really want it. But
I mean, I'll have it. I like the apricot.
Yeah.
I've just come on to apricot.
Have you?
As
Does that call me by your name? Oh, it's a peach. Sorry.
I've not spoiled that. Yeah, as I've matured, I've come round to apricot. Not yet marmalade.
Oh, I love marmalade.
Marmalade's great.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I didn't come here to get attacked.
I was
came here to
considering
be-
using this as a nostalgic snack in the future, but I'm going to talk about it now.
What?
I've just been home, and someone had made me a jar of bilberry jam. Bilberry jam is the nicest jam in the world.
What is a bilberry?
A bilberry. So, up on moors, up in Derbyshire where I live, it's a little, it's like brambles and briars and things, close to the ground on moors. Bilberries, the little small ones. I'll give you a spoonful in a second. And you have to like run through the bracken and stuff with a scoop, and it scoops up all the bilberries for you. There's a little gadget, and then you spend the rest of the afternoon picking the leaves out and stuff. And then they're really sweet. It's like a sweet blueberry, kind of blackberry kind of thing. We'll have a bit
Sure.
later.
Big fan.
Fab.
I should enjoy
Which
that.
are you having? Are you going for apricot, Cynthia?
Well, I brought them.
wow.
You have them first. You
Well,
choose.
do you want
first.
your apricot?
I don't want the apricot.
Oh, you don't want
Just
it?
said I don't want the
Oh,
apricot.
can I have the apricot?
You
I
can
love
have an
apricot.
apricot.
Oh,
You have an
great.
apricot.
Cynthia's
I'll
just
have
come
an
on to an apricot. Oh, there are two of each.
There
so-
is two of each,
Yeah.
so I'll have the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll have the
Give her
broken
the
one. I'll have the
broken
broken.
This one's also broken up.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't take
We're
care
all
of my
broken,
tarts.
aren't we?
Just a packet full of jammy broken tarts.
I'm going to go for a classic strawberry.
Lovely time.
Strawberry.
I'm going to move them away for
Yeah.
temptation's sake. Should we
Shall we
cheers them?
Cheers
our
them.
tarts.
A
Chin,
triple
chin,
cheers.
cheeroo.
Nice.
Rub your tarts.
And what would you do with
Oh, with my little...
with your thing afterwards? I'd always fold mine up.
No, I'd screw it. I'm chaotic. That's
Oh,
it.
it's so sweet.
I love it. This genuinely is like Lunchables I'll have now and then, but jam tarts really throw
Oh
me
my
back
God.
to being a 7-year-old.
My teeth are already stinging, but I'm having a lovely time.
Yeah.
Oh, how's your apricot?
It's a great time. It's very sweet. Could be anything, but you know.
Yours looks very similar in colour. I think you've got a strawberry.
Oh, they're reversed. No, hang on.
What?
No.
Was there anyone
Live
apricot?
Scandal.
What?
Yeah, is that apricot? That's a strawberry.
Yeah.
That's another strawberry.
We've
There was
been
only
given-
one apricot.
What?
We've been given.
apricot?
I'm so sorry. You can have the other half of my
It's fine,
apricot.
she hadn't finished it. Have a bite of it.
We've been given.
What does it say on the...
It says on the packet: 2 strawberry, 2 apricot, 2 blackcurrant. We've
Well,
been given 1
righty.
apricot
At
and 3
Co-op.
At Co-op. Take this. We will submit this podcast.
Yeah,
to the
we
National
won't be able to see
Enquirer.
it.
So
but I want to
upsetting.
eat mine. I don't want to have to save it for evidence.
That will just eat.
I'm
some
having
of
it.
Just
I'm having
eat
it. Just take our word for it.
Oh.
We were scammed by the co-op.
Do you want the rest of the apricot?
I'm alright.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm quite healthy. You're not going to catch out.
Big shame. Big shame. But never mind.
Oh, well.
We're just going to have to buy another packet.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Co-op, their donuts are vegan, like their custard ones, and Sainsbury's. Shout out to both of them. They're not sponsoring.
Vegan custard.
Yeah, the custard and the jam donuts. The Sainsbury's one's a bit nicer, but I'll take either in a pinch.
Chocolate.
I don't know.
I
The
doubt
filled
it.
ones.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, as in like
You
the.
get a filled chocolate donut.
Yeah, you get
Yes.
like it's chocolate dough with like
You're
a chocolate with
joking
like a
me.
Nutella.
Not another one?
I used to work, and when I was in my gap year, rather than travelling the work gap year, I worked in the big co-op in my hometown of Frinton-on-Sea.
Where, sorry?
Frinton-on-Sea.
Is that Kent?
That's Essex.
Essex,
Deepest,
oh.
darkest Essex.
Southern.
A town so mad that the BBC has made 2 documentaries about it.
Is that Educating Essex?
No, it's The Wonderful World of Frinton-on-Sea as part of their Wonderland season.
Oh.
It was horrible. But I used to make friends with not only the people who worked in the bakery section, but the people who worked behind the deli counter. So at the end of my shift on a Saturday, I'd get an apple pie or a thing of donuts or a rotisserie chicken marked down to 5p, running through the checkouts. That's me lunch for the next day sorted.
That's very exciting. Even I can see the benefit.
It was a scam and a
5p
half.
rotisserie chicken.
I was walking out there like George Clooney in Ocean's 12.
Fair enough.
Never seen that. Have you seen that?
I know the concept.
Ah.
It's like a heist. It's like a Connie heist.
Connie Heist. I love her. Did she present Blue Peter?
She is.
It's Connie Huck.
Connie Huck.
The fabulous, fabulous Connie Huck. But it's not Blue Peter that we're talking about.
No.
It's a similar magazine programme that we're talking... It's a variety show.
It was like a Saturday morning, keep kids quiet while dad has a hangover.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out this was Cynthia's choice.
That was my choice.
We are not taking the blame for this nonsense.
Yeah, as they asked me, and I panicked, and I thought, what did I used to watch? What was influential on me? And the more I've rewatched it in preparation for this podcast, the more of a lot of things have just sort of clicked into place and made sense.
Oh no! That's terrible. Well, shall we reveal what it is?
Shall we?
Well, yeah, it's going to be on the title anyway.
Every week.
Like, oh, wait for
I
it.
can't remember the theme tune very well.
It's like Dom, Dom, Dick and Dom in the bungalow.
It's Dick and Dom in the Bungalow.
Yeah.
It's Dick and Dom in the bungalow.
It's tricky to Google Dick and Dom.
Yes.
Because
You get some very difficult things.
I mean, I'm not averse to the options that present themselves on Google when you Google Dick and Dom.
Mm-hmm.
But hey ho. We saw it on YouTube.
Yeah.
We went for what said was the first episode.
First ever one. There was some kinks that needed to be ironed out.
Were they ever ironed out? I don't
think they ever were. For those of you who haven't seen it, it appeared to be this... basically, two coked up entertainers had tricked the BBC into giving them 3 hours of TV, 6 children to abuse, and unlimited access to novelty props, balloons, and gunge.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what happens when you give the guys who did improv too much power. It's disgusting to watch.
It is very unpleasant. It was from 20th of September 2003, so kind of 16 years, pretty much.
Oh my god, wow.
Yeah.
Oh
The
god.
babies that were born on that set can now vote. And neither of those statements is correct.
Were there many babies born on the set? I didn't see that one.
Probably,
Maybe.
based on what we just saw.
It was harrowing.
Yeah.
It was not a nice thing to watch.
Yes, I remember you said that Glee was very loud.
This was too much.
This was very, very manic, and it was very spinny. And
Yeah.
the cameras, no tripods were involved in the making of this.
Not even a
No.
Steadicam.
No, it was very vibrant and shouty and flashy and moving roundy.
And a lot of... Right, if this had just been, like, more of a muted colour scheme or the music had been in a minor key, this could have been a horror film. Like, we just watched men humiliate children for their own entertainment.
See, I don't mind the humiliation of children.
That's another thing that comes up in your Google search history.
Oh my god!
Cut that out, sorry.
It's fine, we'll leave it in. It's very funny. Yeah, it was... So the video was meant to be an hour and a half, and we made it 25 minutes. I think I would have had a migraine if I'd got longer than 25.
It was too much.
And then we watched some best bits.
We watched
that we
some
remembered.
Because the games that were... They had some marvellous games.
They did. To be fair with them, there were some excellent segments.
Yeah.
Just not in this episode that we watched.
No.
And obviously it was the first episode, so we weren't really sure what they were doing. Did you watch this frequently?
It would definitely be the sort of thing I would put on Saturday morning, yeah. Because
Every
SMTV stopped after a while.
I mean, we should clarify as well for listeners that Cynthia is quite a lot older than both Caitlin and I. She's in her mid-40s.
I am in my late 20s. That dates me.
So I don't really remember SMTV. Was it Cat Deeley?
That was Cat Deeley, Ant
Yeah.
and Dec. So it's what you'd put on to watch Power Rangers or Pokemon. Or possibly Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I believe.
I remember Sabrina.
I didn't watch any of those, but I remember Dick and Dom.
Yeah.
Well, this is after SMTV.
Oh, I see.
Yes. It was sort of the... Dick and Dom was the anarchic, angry FU to society that Live and Kicking just wasn't.
Again, Live and
What,
Kicking.
Live?
You
Oh,
lost
for
us
God's
there.
That Smile wasn't.
I bloody loved Smile.
Yeah.
With Ned the
Children.
Bear.
Again,
And
I've
was
no
it Fern
clue.
and Reggie? Do you remember Ned the Bear?
No.
Oh, love you, buddy.
Wow, it's like he's right here.
It was Bear behaving badly,
Oh, no, I know what you mean.
and he was
Yeah.
his first thing was on Smile on Sunday morning. Cynthia's having some more.
I'm having some more Lunchables, sorry.
More Lunchables.
I mean,
Might have a cheese.
Okay,
Oh,
are
God,
we having a
I'm
break?
sure.
Are we?
I thought it was just there to be picked at. Sorry.
Right, but we don't want to give too much ASMR to the listeners.
That's
We don't
true,
want to
I
lose any
apologise.
subscribers.
Well, I'll leave them alone then.
because you don't have enough. You can have it now.
Oh, no, I don't want-
We've brought it up now. We might as well.
Sorry.
I'm going to push the I'm going to push the jam tarts where I don't want to touch the Lunchables. I'm going to put the jam tarts over here.
Okay. I'll put them over
Nearest
there
me.
so we don't... Okay, that's fine.
Well, when we had things like Rainbow Drops and Monster Munch, we had to put them quite far away.
Yeah.
I imagine.
But it's all right, Cynthia. It's your first time here.
Sorry.
Probably going to be your last time as well. But, we'll enjoy it while you're here. So, Dick and Dom.
The conceit of this is they bring in some children, and they say they're from Swansea, but they might as well be from the basement below because it's a bit. They come in like real out of it,
Very pale and dishevelled.
and just looking around wildly.
Yes.
And then the two men
Shout.
and
Humiliate.
throw. And
Should we go through? I did make a list of the children.
yeah, the
They've-
children.
They've been clearly asked as part of the concept to bring a housewarming gift, or as one of them referred to it, a home thinging present.
Yeah, that's fair.
Poor Sam.
Yeah, it was little Sam, and he
Yeah.
brought a ceramic tortoise with some jelly sweets in it.
Yeah.
There was some relatable content where Dom was like, "I can't have these. I'm vegetarian. They've got gelatin in it," and threw them across the room. I had to stop
little
myself and do that with
tortoise.
the Dairy Lunchables.
He breaks Sam's little tortoise.
That little
Probably
tortoise,
smashes
and
it.
he takes its severed head out of the rubble.
Yeah. And Sam's trying to laugh, but he
His eyes
really
say no.
can't. Yeah.
It's very upsetting.
Who's next? The doorbell keeps
Sophie.
ringing. No, Dom.
What?
Oh no,
Dom
no.
is one of the...
Dom's a relatable vegetarian. That's what I
Yeah.
wrote down.
Sophie.
Sophie's got a pack of gum, which I think everyone had that pack of gum, didn't they?
The trick back of
Oh,
gum
yeah.
snaps
And
at
you pull the gum and it snaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sophie can do a trout impression,
Well,
And-
that was one of my favourite bits.
and they pull her towards camera, and they're like, "Do it for the camera," which is what I mean about the horror story bit. Horror story
I mean-
for a film.
a lot of people could do
Yeah.
a trout impression if you've got cheeks and motor skills.
see.
Yeah.
Can you do yours?
You just tuck your cheeks in and then waggle your lips a bit.
Yeah.
There was that. Do you remember there was that guy on Facebook? I think he was like an African guy, and he did a lot of trout impressions.
No.
It was okay. Just me. Add that to my search history. And then we've got
Bobby.
Robbie.
Oh, Robbie.
That's something I don't know.
Yeah. Also
Dobby. They called him Dobby because he had big ears, but he didn't have big ears.
the mixing of this. I mean, it's not the biggest flaw of this program, but there were some flaws with the audio.
Oh yes.
Yes.
We were also watching
YouTube.
a YouTube
Yeah.
thing
But it was...
from 2003.
I imagine the boom operator must have had an absolute nightmare. Because you'll have had...
You see that boom a lot. It
Yeah,
comes in and
Go
out.
in and out because they don't know where the camera's going, because Dick and Dom don't know where they're going half the time.
Do you think there was a writer's room for this?
There was a concept room
Yeah.
with a crack pipe in it. Yeah. But also there was some poor person, like, over a soundboard, like, desperately trying to time the pre-planned
Ding
sound
dongs.
effects.
Yeah.
The ding-dongs, the
Cha-ching.
smash, vomiting noises and things like that. It was difficult.
there are a lot of bodily fluid noises.
Yes.
Who do we have next? Annika or Anika?
Oh,
She was the only person of colour.
Yeah. She was also the one where they yelled "lick it" at her.
Yes,
Lick it.
They told
Lick
her,
it.
They told her to go and lick a part of the brand new set. And
Yes.
so this very scared, nervous girl.
It's not the last time a girl has told her to lick something on this program.
That's correct. Is it? Law?
One of them is told to lick a shoe later
Yeah.
on.
I think Sophie licks
So-
a shoe.
Sophie licks
Not
a
even
shoe.
4 points, so they don't lose points. It becomes a threat.
Yeah.
That's blackmail.
It's blackmail.
Yeah.
It's the anarchic concept of bodily functions and licking that they were trying to appeal to. Sort of snots, vomits,
Yeah.
licking, tongues, eyeballs.
I don't want to sound like a prude, but I always thought of this as like, this is for the gross boys in my class.
Very
This
nice.
isn't for me
Yeah.
who's friends with the girls.
There was also a lot of violence, and I can't help thinking the boys who liked this grew up to think Quentin Tarantino was a genius. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I
They're
very
the
much
ones
do.
who are like, I don't care, I'm still going to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Cynthia, what did you reckon to Quentin Tarantino? Have you been seen?
I have been. I've recently been to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There's a lot of feet in it. Not a fan of that. It's a very odd. I mean, he's a dodgy old man.
What I don't like about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is all the posters on the tube are like, it's Tarantino's 9th film, and I'm like, number 1, that's not a milestone. Number 2, what the fuck has he been doing?
We know what
9
he's been doing,
films.
and it's not been good.
Well, oh good heavens!
It's been in the news.
Yeah.
But that's 9 films. He's what, like 60?
Yeah, well, I mean, Woody Allen does like 3 a year, and he's a lot busier than Quentin Tarantino. You get that to all sorts.
You had us in the first half, there. Caitlin was ready to fight you.
I was about to kick off.
Okay, we've got Adam as another child.
Adam, another
Is
child.
he the one who does the Gollum?
He's like, I can do a Gollum impression. It's like, yeah, but
Everyone can do that.
That was a horrible like throwback to that time when everyone was doing Gollum impressions.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best. I mean, Andy Serkis has nothing to worry about.
Can you
But
do
he
a better
does-
one?
No, but I don't purport to.
Yeah. Wait, do you want us to ask you if you can do one?
No.
Oh right, okay, because you were looking very expectant.
I just learned the word purport.
You're still learning every day, aren't you?
We're
Even in your
laughing and
mid-40s.
What was so
Mainly
sad though,
learning.
it was clearly his big moment, and there'd been like his mum backstage had been like, show him your Gollum impression, Adam.
There was definitely a combination of stage kids and idiots from the playground.
Yeah.
I think this is why I didn't watch it, because I was at stage school on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And look at me now.
Doing a podcast with someone who wasn't.
Having jammy dodgers.
Yeah.
No, jammy tarts. Jam tarts.
Jam tarts.
Can't. Jammiest.
Can't have jammy dodgers.
I
They've got cream in them.
They have. I'm devastated. I was in Lidl today prepping for this. No jammy dodgers
Upsetting.
for old
Sorry.
Kate Butch. It's fine. Then we've got Laura, who brought her stepdad's socks, which
Oh,
I think
yeah.
there's far too many issues to unpack there.
Is Laura the most well, she's not problematic. It's the way they deal with Laura the most problematic, because they try and eat her dad's socks and then make
Your stepdad's
her...
very cheesy.
Yes, then make her do a little weird belly
Oh,
dance.
she gets a midriff out.
Yes, she has to do the belly
I
wobble.
don't think you'd see much underage midriff on CBBC today.
And then they make a comment like, all right, we've been on air 2 minutes, don't get us cancelled, or something like
It's
that.
like,
I'm
don't talk about
Don't get us pulled off.
no,
That's
that's
what you
it.
said.
Don't get us pulled off.
Don't get us pulled off.
That adult man said that
Don't,
Yes.
in the 21st century.
don't get us pulled.
Be fair, it was only just the 21st century.
And then they have a competition, and they won't tell us what the grand prize is. The third prize is wheel trims from like a Nissan.
Which I think is a very funny idea.
I think
and they
that's-
sort of went, let's give them a rubbish prize. I think that's a very
I love an
funny concept.
anti-prize.
Yeah.
I don't think they did.
Have you met my anti-prize?
Get out.
Okay.
Then the next one is a snowboard thing that plugs into your TV. Is that kind of like a dance mat?
I think so.
Yeah.
I do love a
Like one of
we
those
should
sort of
get a dance
balance
mat.
boards.
I don't live here.
I know, but like we should get like a Patreon or an OnlyFans and just do dance
Buy
mats.
us so right.
Podcast wish list.
Yeah, the video podcast of us on a
We do the podcast
Dance
while
match.
doing a dance match.
yes, like in what's the film? Confessions
Scott
of a
Pilgrim.
Teenage Drama Queen. Lindsay Lohan, Megan Fox.
Oh.
They have a dance off on a dance mat
Wow.
in an arcade. It's the best film ever made.
Is
We'll be
Megan
talking
Fox
about that.
the villain?
Absolutely.
That's
Carla Santini, the great Santini. And then the grand prize that they do eventually tell us is a TV with a video player.
It's the curviest, deepest, heaviest television set that you've ever seen in your life. And it threw me right back to remember, like now, your TV, I'm looking at your television now, I could lift it up with one hand. A television back in... Why is this... Well, you know,
We do need to
light.
get a Patreon or OnlyFans.
It's a very small...
Bonus content of Cynthia lifting a TV.
No,
With
but
one
just-
hand.
But like a TV back in the like late 90s, early noughties, you couldn't pick up with two. You'd have to get a friend to help you if you wanted to plug in a not USB, HDMI. Not an HDMI.
You had HDMIs back then, didn't you?
Not an H. What am I thinking about? AV cables.
Yep.
The red, yellow.
Plug your karaoke machine
The
in.
SCART.
Or your dance mat. That would be an AV.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they can win that, and they could also win Johnny English on DVD.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, is a good
It's
prize.
a-
I like Johnny
Mick
English.
Hucknall reference.
I
When they're
still am
doing the prize.
unsure of who Mick Hucknall is. Is he in
Simply
Simply
Red,
Red?
Simply Red.
Okay.
Yeah, this show has lots of adult references like you think it's for the dads, but the show is so terrible that I can't imagine any parent was watching this.
No. It's more like they're trying, like they have utter derision for their producers. Such contempt for their producers that they're just trying to get away. They know they can get away with whatever they want.
Yeah.
Say whatever they can. like in other clips, they've said, they've made references to shits.
Yes, they did some Cockney right. A Pearly King came out of the toilet and was like, "Were you having a flimsy this or whatever?" Which is piss.
Yeah,
it's not flimsy this, but it's something like that, or like a Kevin Schmidt.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Oh,
I know.
I mean, that's not that bad.
True. I mean, it was a simpler type. There was a clip that we saw that our drag mother Creedy Dench showed me, which is kind of like, it's like a Mad Libs kind of fill in the blanks words,
Which they play later.
Which
on.
they have played here for the TV or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like the patch on what we just on that clip that we had, which was Dom looks like a blank, and the kids wrote faggot. Dom looks like a faggot.
Fair play to them. They were straight in on there.
But they linger on the cameraman lingers.
Yeah, and also, so one of them is straight on it, being like, oh, a meatball,
Yeah.
I don't look like a meatball, and the other one's
gravy.
cackling in the background, like full on losing it.
Dom looks like they've spelt faggot wrong, which I think is even more endearing. Fagget.
Did they say
Faggot.
Oh,
Faggot.
Yeah. Right.
Because they're children, and children are notoriously stupid.
Yeah. They don't know how to spell the word. They've just heard their dad yell it at their brother.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What kind of age were these children? Were they like
5, year 6?
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear faggot until secondary school.
No.
And then I heard it a lot. Have you seen that thing? It's like a security question. What was your childhood nickname? Faggot.
Oh my god.
What was your mother's maiden name?
Faggot as well, surprisingly.
I'm trying to hack into your banking details. Kate Butch, secret password, faggot.
And I think I did tell people at my primary school last week when we talked about the magic key.
What?
I think I mentioned my primary school, which
right,
is another security question. And then they do that, and then they do some things.
They play that particular game and just scold these like year 5 children for not being funny enough.
And for also being too rude for mentioning farts.
And like, these are the people these are the creators of bogeys.
Yeah, and you have a game called Make Dick Sick.
Oh my god, what?
They had a game called Make Dick Sick. There's a bit where, I think it's the last ever Make Dick Sick, is Daddy Harmer.
Really?
Danny Harmer has to clean up Dick's actual vomit, because he actually does throw up.
What?
Formerly of this parish, Danny Harmer.
Danny Harmer.
Friend of the podcast.
Friend of the pod. 30-year-old Danny Harmer.
Has a kid, Daddy Harmer.
Has a kid, Danny Harmer. Strictly Come Dancing at Danny Harmer. And then they watch... I think the main idea of this show is to be the in-between bits for the actual programming.
Yeah.
But it kind of... It's like it rolls down the hill too quickly.
It does.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting.
And then we watch Yvonne of the Yukon, which I do remember. Yvonne of the Yukon, frozen by icy seas. Yvonne. He's kind of a...
It's a Frenchman who crashes his ship
and sinks
200 years ago, emerges much like Captain America in a block of ice, and is then discovered by the indigenous people of the Yukon.
Where is the Yukon?
It's like Alaska. It's in the border of like Alaska Inuit territories.
I see. Yeah, and it's kind of like fish out of water.
Yeah.
Or fish in water, then out of water after a couple of centuries.
This is just this vulgar French revolutionary who's constantly farts in his underpants.
I often get that confused with Dave the Barbarian. Dave the Barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Not a monkey.
Of course.
Sure. There's a monkey.
I'll believe you.
Was I asleep for for my whole childhood? I don't remember any of these.
Yeah, we're opening your third eye.
Yeah.
Not at the table.
Third eye sick.
And then the machine breaks.
Yeah, and they take phone calls.
Oh, they do a competition to win something.
Yelling at children, suck up to me, and it's...
Yeah.
And he says, "You're beautiful." He's like, "That's gross." And I'm like, your first word that you were going to say was not gross.
Yeah.
That's faggot. No. And he's like, "And you've won a Blokes Connect set."
Yeah.
Because we love gendering
Heavy on
toys.
the gender norms there.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, bloody love Connects.
I do.
Do you remember it?
I
Did you
remember-
ever have Connects? I went
Oh
round
god,
my
I
friend
didn't.
Josh's house.
I remember the smell of it. I have
I never owned Connects. I just went round my friend's house who had Connects.
You had like a big plastic tub. It would open like a briefcase, and inside would smell exactly like Connects.
Okay.
Just like plastic and dye.
Lovely. I remember someone that I know had like a Ferris wheel. Because it was like electronic, wasn't it?
Some of it could be. Some of it you would just make structures.
Yeah, I remember. Do you remember you get like magnetic balls and sticks.
Those were
Do you remember
fantastic.
that?
I enjoyed
No.
those. They had little
well.
panels.
Oh wait, no, I do remember that.
Because
You could
we
make
were
dodecahedrons, tetrahedrons.
As-
Yeah.
assigned small boys at birth. Me and Cynthia were prone to these kind of gifts of. Do you remember those oids? Do you remember oids? That oids noise. They were like magnetic stones, and you threw them together, and they made like it was a horrible noise. But oids. What did you have? What was your horribly gendered?
Like, I think I had Barbies and shit.
I remember
but
stealing a lot of my sister's presents.
I stole lots of Polly Pockets from my babysitter.
Yes, Polly Pockets,
yeah.
Betty Spaghetti.
I was kind
Barbie
of
cut her
a
hair during
Lego
makeup.
person.
Okay, Connect is kind of like Lego, but like Lego.
Sticks rather than bricks.
Okay,
Yeah.
that seems less
Joints.
Lego with a goal.
Ooh.
You could.
Oh well, you've never played Lego with me, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh well, I was very free spirit with my Lego.
Oh.
My grandma spent a lot on like a Hogwarts Express, and it was just
Yes,
like
me too!
I made it into like a red wall with a chimney. They were like, okay, and then I lost the instructions. So I didn't know how to make it into a
my
Hogwarts
God.
Express.
That's stressing me out.
Fuming at myself.
Oh, poor Lego would never be able to achieve its full potential.
That's Toy Story 5.
Oh, that's not spoilers. It's not come out.
No, it's not. They've got, if they make a Toy Story 5, I'm going to be fuming. Have you seen Toy Story 4?
No,
It's a lovely
I
time. There's a fork. There's like a toy that's made out of a fork and like pipe cleaners.
Yeah.
And for the first half of the film, it just goes trash and tries to get into the bin.
Same.
Honestly, the most relatable Disney character I've ever seen. Trash.
Poor Forky.
Forky, bless him. Yeah, and then we kind of got a bit bored after the phone-in.
Oh
And
no, we've missed the final game, which was possibly the weirdest.
What was the final game?
Where they expand each other's
Oh,
asses.
I kind of
So-
zoned out. I was looking for the faggot video.
In the 90s, there was a large trend of... This is obviously pre-Utri and whatnot. There were producers who managed to just sneak fetishes into all sorts of children whatnots. For example, children into all sorts of children's programming.
Okay, good. Thank you.
For example, there was the case of the person who worked for Nickelodeon who got kids to send in pictures of their feet.
Oh wait, is this genuine?
That's a genuine
What?
story, and you can look that up.
Wait, I never had Nickelodeon.
Wow.
Never did.
I'll look that in.
But for this, they've clearly been inspired by inflation porn, and they just got children to wear these air sealed trousers
Yeah.
and have their bums blown up by a pump.
I don't want to sound like a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Enlighten me on inflation porn.
It's just a fetish where people, I don't know, get off on the idea of things blowing up, their body parts blowing up like a balloon.
Okay, like a morph suit, like Mr. Blobby.
Kind of like Morph It by Mr. Blobby, yeah.
And those, do you remember those sumo wrestler ones, which probably aren't
That sort of
okay
thing.
now.
Yeah.
But it would be like their actual body parts, supposedly. It's the fantasy. It's really, some real
okay.
dark parts of the internet.
Yeah, whatever turns you on. That
To be
doesn't-
quite clear, this does not turn me on.
No, whatever turns someone on.
Exactly.
That doesn't harm other people,
Yeah.
or animals, or whatever.
Exactly.
Seems like it could harm you though, if you're doing actual body parts. How would you do that?
Well, I don't think you actually do
okay.
necessarily. But like the fantasy, like you'd read stories or look at pictures of people that had it.
I mean, if you have that fetish, phone in. Let us know.
Do please let us know.
Yeah.
you keep saying phone in. What's the phone number?
If you're friends with me, just call me up. You know.
You could also
Lovely.
find us on social media at Kate Butch1 and at something to do with Caitlin Powell. Just type it in.
PWLL. There we go.
Yeah, and Caitlin R. Powell, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about you at the
we'll
end. We just got jumped in here.
Yeah.
Do at us
Phone
if you
number.
are into inflation porn or if you've ever met a Raven kid. Someone,
Oh, yes.
I did a poll.
one person.
I did a poll, and there were 4 because someone clicked it accidentally.
Oh,
Like a
bastards.
fucking idiot. Sorry, Asia. There were 4 people who knew a Raven kid. I should have questioned them, but I forgot.
You should have. We should have.
Were they ones that survived or ones that died?
Well,
don't
you
know.
can't meet one that's died.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, did you
like,
formally
obviously-
know a Raven kid before they went off to Raven?
Oh.
And died. Anyway, we're here to talk about Dick and Dom.
Yeah.
We we watched that inflatable one.
Yeah.
And then we stopped and watched some greatest hits
Yeah.
Yes.
that we could remember. We remembered the neighbour's cat, who is a puppet cat
Yes.
with weird fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Who goes
I love
around
a
the
milky
world.
eye on a puppet. I think it's a great touch. I think that's fun.
The cat goes around the world, and it's gone to Stoke-on-Trent this time, and sings a lovely song about Stoke-on-Trent, Stoke-on-Trent, something, and Josiah Wedgwood. Great
That's
time.
what I mean about the references.
I learned a lot about
Wedgwood.
Stoke-on-Trent.
I was getting a very much a sense of, I can't remember what the actor's name. Did you ever watch The Slammer?
Oh, yeah.
The governor from that.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. I was getting a lot of Tony Robbins from the cat.
Yes,
yeah.
maybe he might have even been. It had...
Lovely girl. Thank you.
I love the slammer. I've forgotten about it. We're going to have to do an episode on this. Have you seen? You haven't seen it, have you, Caitlin?
No.
Caitlin's not seen
It's
it.
a top-notch programme.
You might have to come back, Cynthia.
I probably will.
Not immediately, but bring some more snacks next time.
Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah, so we learned about Stoke-on-Trent from the cat.
Yeah.
That was fun. I'd say that was a bit camp.
Yeah. However,
Kind of like old music hall camp.
one game that is the queerest thing I've ever
Queerest
seen
thing.
is
Don't go, Daddy.
Daddy Don't Go.
Sorry.
No, it's Don't Go Daddy.
It's Daddy Don't Go.
Daddy, don't go.
No, it's Don't Go... I'm sure it's Don't Go Daddy.
It's not.
Okay, well, it's something about your dad, and
Yeah.
he's going. Bit relatable for me. What? Someone explain Don't Go Daddy, because I'm too...
3 out-of-work actors.
one of whom is Melvin O'Doom from Strictly Dancing. Strictly Come Dancing.
Who's that?
He's called Melvin O'Doom. He's from Strictly Come Dancing.
He's a dancer.
Well, he was. But he was not, and then he became one because he went on Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh,
He
I
was
see.
a celebrity.
He was the celebrity.
Oh, this man became a celebrity.
I don't know.
Who is Melvin O'Doom?
Okay, so 3 out-of-work actors, well, 2 out-of-work actors
And Melvin O'Doom from
O'Doom
Strictly Come Dancing.
are dressed up in suits, and they have to walk across a room, but there's 6 children total,
Yeah.
are grabbing onto their ankles.
They got a child on each leg,
Yep.
and they have to try and get across the room.
And the adult men are acting for all their worth to try and pretend that they can't move.
The most beautiful character work I've ever
Yeah.
seen. It was like, well, I've got to the office. Here's
I've got a meeting with Jeremy at 11.
I want to see Roger for coffee. I work with briefcases.
See you later, darling. It's a great time. Yeah.
They draw it out a bit.
It went on for 6 minutes because they just couldn't move. You attached 2 children to your legs.
I feel like they could have easily, because at one point, one of the men lifts up their legs and the child comes with it.
The child does fly
and
around.
gets slammed,
Slammed back to the ground.
Yeah.
It's very strange, but it is camp.
It is camp.
It was a camp
It's high
old
camp.
game. I mean, as I love a ridiculous game. So I'm like, as I said, the more I watched this, the more formative I went. Oh, the more formative it felt. So I went, it's just a lot of ridiculous games that have no real sense of rules, but it's just an excuse to do stupid things, and that's very much defined my career.
There are some strong skits in it.
Yes.
Some comedy bits.
Where?
There's one.
Diddy Dick and Dom.
Well, no, that's the one that I was going to say was
Oh,
not
okay.
a strong skit. It's Diddy Dick and
Yeah.
Dom, where they've got it's their heads and they've got little puppets and like a back screen behind them, and they're
2 men in the closet.
Diddy Dick and Dom, welcome to our cupboard, and they're in like high pitched voice.
Yeah.
And then, didn't they make like an actual like full length TV series?
Yeah,
about it?
Diddy Dick and Dom got their own
Diddy
spin-offs.
TV.
Diddy TV.
Awful.
Oh, it's so
Do
upsetting.
you know Ken Dodd and the Diddy Men?
No, I know Ken Dodd with his tickle stick.
Ken Dodd creeped me out. Anyway,
With his teeth.
he had like a group of children where he was pretending that they were tiny people, like maybe the
can't do
Munchkins.
that.
He was like maybe Munchkins or like Lilliputians,
Okay.
and they were like the Diddy Men from Naughty Ash. There's a song about it. It is quite stressful to watch, but I do remember watching that at some point. That's kind of in like the Crankies school of weird things to do with children.
Okay.
Do you? Yeah.
In the Crankies section, not in the Jimmy Savile section.
Yes. I mean, this whole thing is in a weird.
Yeah.
You said it was It was definitely pre-Savile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Goodness
pre-Savile.
me.
But there was a great skit that I did remember watching on TV because I didn't used to watch this a lot, and it's to do with.
Oh no.
It's to do
This
with
was the most traumatic thing I've ever seen in my life.
maybe like 100 people in turtlenecks covering their faces and fresh heads made out of balloons, and there was a bit of a track playing, and then they kind of went in a domino line, just popping their heads and dying.
It was ballet.
Have you heard of Jonestown?
I've heard of Jonestown.
Basically that, but with balloons. And they go like around the whole bungalow, popping their heads and dying.
Into the attic.
And then there's like a really weird bit where there's like 3 of them and they do like a spin the bottle and whoever points on has to die.
That's Russian roulette.
Yeah, there's no words happening. And whoever's last picks up the phone, and the person at the end of the phone picks it up. You don't hear anything, and then the person on the other end just pops their head and dies.
Yep.
It's
The other
so
one,
weird.
The bit where they go outside and there's some more People
Just
standing around, and then there's 4 of them kneeling.
Like they're in a firing
Yes! So sinister!
It is phenomenal. I thought it was so fun. I remember thinking it was hilarious as a child, and watching it now as an adult. Well, you heard me, I was cackling. It was...
I understand why my mum hated the show. This and Tracy Beaker, my mum was like, oh, this is why you are the way you are. It's not my
Why did your mum hate
parenting.
Tracy Beaker?
Huh?
Why did your mum hate Tracy Beaker?
I spoke about it on the Tracy Beaker episode.
It's been a few weeks.
Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. She just thought it might lead me to be a bit of a bitch, which I...
Well, she was absolutely right.
Look at me now.
Go around slapping your problems out of people.
I know we did talk about Tracy Beaker, but I wasn't there kind of like, I wish I was in care.
Oh my
Which
God.
is like...
Yeah, no.
I remember thinking that.
Sad white girl, I was like, I relate.
We're far too privileged. We're like, we just want to be more hard done by. Oh, and then, of course, we ended it with the fabulous, the classic, which is
The legacy.
bogeys.
Bogeys.
Should we play some bogeys now?
What about the fucking... The northern man who guesses...
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Okay. What about Harry Bat?
Harry...
Cynthia's falling.
The chair's broken. I brought Cynthia here to kill her. We got too excited by Harry Bat. Are you alright?
Yeah, the legs just wonky.
I'm not editing that out. I want people to know that it's dangerous to come around my house.
I thought I was having a stroke.
I think you should have that Dairy Lee.
I need the
Lunchable.
blood sugar.
Wow.
Are you alright?
What?
I'm not gonna remove this. It's funny. It's hilarious.
Harry Bat.
So Harry Bat, I remembered Harry Bat, and I remembered he had a bit of a spin-off as well.
Yeah.
It's like the shoot. Do you remember the shoot?
Oh,
Someone
yeah,
did
with
get in
Russell Kane at the
contact
bottom.
to remind me of the shoot. Yes. And he played different weird videos. Harry Bat was one of them. Harry Bat's a Geordie police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody move. I can't really do an accent. And he just,
I'll put you away.
nobody move. And he just, interrogates some guy off EastEnders.
He guesses words, actually.
He guesses
I don't know why we
words.
were so excited about
It's
this.
like a secret word game.
Yeah.
But
He has a similar hair colour to you. I think
could
if you
do a Harry Bat.
cut your hair off and make it into a moustache, you could do a fabulous Harry Bat drag.
Drag King.
Drag King Harry Bat.
Oh, wow.
Harry Batty. Because that is a slur.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think I'll be doing that.
No, but you could it's a queer slur.
Fun slur.
Batty boy.
Or, as Harry Bat would say, a queer slur.
You're having actual stroke now.
I don't know why I had a problem with Batty when we've been saying faggot about it.
I love a queer slur. Especially when it's shouted a bit. Soft lad. Love soft lad.
Soft boy is a new thing that's been coming
Yeah.
back. And
Soft
lots of...
lad and soft boy are very different.
Because
aren't they?
soft boy BOI.
Yeah.
Soft boy is kind of like cute and nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Soft
was
lad's like,
thinking-
don't be a soft lad.
I think soft boy is like the guy who listens to the Smiths and has poetry. on his
Milky
Kindle
Toast.
bio. Milky Toast.
Milky toast.
They're like, they're like fuck boys, but for people
But
who
who-
condition their hair.
Or who read? They did a theory seminar in uni, so now they know about feminism.
Yeah.
They know about it,
Okay.
but they're not really. It's not praxis.
No.
Batty bum boy. Shit
Praxis.
stabber.
Sorry, you ran.
Shit stabber.
Oh my god.
That's what you get for growing up gay in the north. So Harry Bat does some words, and then we do bogeys.
Yeah.
Bogeys.
Bogeys, if you lived under a rock or you're over the age of 30.
Yeah, what are the rules of bogeys?
Bogeys, they go to...
To be as obnoxious as possible in a quiet room.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I
did not have time for this.
I'm a big fan of rules and etiquette.
Yeah.
So I don't really like this anarchy
Okay.
but the game of bogeys perpetuates. I did, of course, play it once or twice.
Of
Yeah.
course.
But
yeah.
I'd always chicken out.
Yeah.
I'd never win.
Yeah.
Basically, Dick and Dom go to typically quiet spaces. We watch the library.
Theatres,
There's one known in
parks.
theatre. Yeah.
Oh, a park
Is there a
would be
church
amazing.
one?
There was a church.
No.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A funeral. No. Please play bogeys at my funeral. Because you will both outlive me. And basically they go there and they start off by saying bogeys as quietly as possible, and then they just increase the decibels until
Yeah.
they're shouting bogeys. Should we
Yeah, back and
should we
forth.
play a game of bogeys?
I mean, aren't we just gonna? I mean, there's no consequences.
I mean, the people who live in the flat above me
Yeah.
might come down and shout at us, or below me.
Also, the louder we get, the worse it's going to be for lovely listeners.
The listeners. Just imagine we've shouted bogeys.
Wow, amazing.
What a great game of bogeys we just played. It has to cut out. So did you ever play bogeys like growing up? You said you did.
yeah.
Did you have any like
We
instances
did it
you
in
remember?
classrooms. We'd had like an IT lesson or something with this guy who was really weird. His false teeth always fell out. It was very embarrassing for everyone involved. But
You went to school with someone with false teeth?
The teacher.
Okay.
Not the... Oh my god, no.
Like a 6-year-old with false teeth?
No. But he used to get really annoyed at us, and there's one time when he yelled... There was a guy called Gordon in my class.
Gordon?
Gordon.
And he yelled, Gordon! And as he said the "or," it fell out and like onto the floor, and it was horrible. Anyway, we played bogeys, and he got really annoyed.
That's just reminded me of a school story.
Oh, yeah.
The person who used to throw... Who put Derrily Lunchables in my face... Olivia.
The bitch.
In year 5, our teacher threw a chair at her.
Someone threw a chair at my school.
What?
How did the school feel about it?
So this
Big building, doesn't really matter.
This is actually connected to our game of bogeys we played at school. Our RS teacher, I forget his name. It's lovely. He was a very genuinely lovely man, but looked exactly like sort of an English version of Ned Flanders.
Oh.
Amazing.
And was
Fit.
devoutly Christian.
Fit.
So we played a version of bogeys in his class.
Lucifer.
Except we'd played Jeebus. From The Simpsons. We were, oh, help me, Jeebus. And he, just sort of, it really wound him up. Really, like, because he had the sort of temperament. He was always very, very nice and very Christian, very happy. But just that would be the way to really, really get him pissed off. And one time we played it to the point where he actually threw a chair across the room because he was being disrespected. I went to an all-boys grammar school in Essex, which meant that everyone in my class was a cunt.
Fair. That's fair.
So that's the disclaimer, and I'm not proud of what we did. He was fine.
Yeah, proud of the chair throwing man, to be honest.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd throw a chair at a child.
Yeah.
Grew up
I'll do it now. I'll do it
Especially
now.
at an
I lived
all-boys
near a
grammar school. I go in there with multiple chairs. Ready to throw. Yeah. Marching in with the whole of IKEA. Like.
Fair enough. Well, that kind of brings us to the end of our watching of Dick and Dom.
Yeah.
We do need to ask the question. This is mainly pointed to you, Cynthia, because it was your choice.
Yeah.
Did it make you queer?
It made me question societal norms.
Made you chaotic.
It made me chaotic. It made me not straight.
Okay.
I'm not sure it made me gay, but it certainly made me queer.
That's fair.
Okay.
It made me tired.
It also made me very tired.
I'm just
and
exhausted.
eat
My
a lot of
eyes
It
sugar.
made
kind
me
of...
furious.
To watch it, you need a lot of MDMA and party drugs, which are readily available at some gay bars.
You didn't bring any. You just brought jam tarts and Lunchables.
Can we do a queer screening of The Glory? Can you imagine?
That would be amazing.
We set up for that.
Quiz Gone By Live.
Quiz on my life.
Let us know if you want this.
Yeah.
Listeners, do tell a friend. Subscribe and such. Did it make you? It didn't make me queer.
No, I think it made me probably a bit more annoying for the couple months I watched it, and then I stopped watching it, and then I became a normal person again.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Is it camp?
It's such straight boy camp that I'm not sure it even counts as camp.
I'd say it wasn't camp. I'd
Proper-
say it was
Apart from
it's
Daddy
just
Don't
lads.
Go or Don't Go
Yeah.
Daddy.
It's not camp. It's
It's.
infuriating.
I think camp has to be very particular and
There
thought
is straight
out.
camp, but this isn't it.
I was sent to straight camp for 3 months.
What did we call something straight camp? I think it was Glee we called straight camp because
Glee
they
is
were
very-
wearing crimson t-shirts, and that's the straightest nonsense I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was just a shame because it is like an all gay
Yeah.
writing stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ryan Murphy.
Ryan Murphy.
Oh.
It was
He's
the,
definitely blossomed since doing American
Yeah.
Horror Story.
It was the necessary evil that he had to show the producers of television,
Yeah.
so that he could then have carte blanche to make whatever the fuck he wanted.
And he did.
And he made the new normal, which I thought was so.
He's doing a
fantastic.
lot of things now
He
with
is.
Netflix.
Scream Queens.
This Ben Platt
politics. The president. What's it called?
Yeah, I think
the
it's-
election.
I think it's called the President.
President.
Or no, it's called something. About Ben Platt being elected to school council.
That's what gays do. Pack fudge and celebrate Halloween. No, munch butts. Munch butts and celebrate Halloween.
Your new bio.
It's nearly Halloween. Fab. So yeah, like we said, do find us on social media.
Yep.
Caitlin Powell, Kate Butch, and Cynthia Seaward.
Cynthia Seaward. on Instagram is Cynthia like the name, C like the letter, Word like the word. And on Twitter is Cynthia Seaward, Cymbeline Skyward, or whatever variation thereupon you can find.
Cindy Lou Seabream.
You thought I was difficult.
Hashtag branding.
Oh, a side note.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the doll in Rugrats?
Yeah.
We need to watch Rugrats.
Because you are long and thin.
Yeah, I have an act ready to go. I just need the headpiece to be made.
Amazing. We need to do Rugrats.
Yeah.
Shall we have
Let's have one more jam
one of
tarts.
these non-apricot jam tarts
Yeah.
because of the scandal?
Absolutely.
While we have a jam tart, Cynthia, do you want to plug anything?
Yes, I do a couple of shows. I do bingos all over the great city of London because I'm not booked for anything else. No, but I also run a...
You're very good at reading out numbers.
I do. I can do 83, I can do 9,
And
all
that's
of them. All the numbers. But I also, my favourite pet project, which is coming back for this autumn, is a show I do called Tuckmaster, which is, I perform in Nunhead. It's basically a shameless rip-off of the Dave TV series Taskmaster, but done live with drag artists, and I get to sit in a chair with a crown on my head, drinking and watching other people do all the work for a whole show.
It's a lot of fun.
Fabulous.
I've done it and I got my flute out.
You did?
Great date.
Marvellously, I'll have you back for that.
Oh, thank you. You have a podcast as well, don't you?
Oh, I do, yes. I mean, we'll see if it keeps going. Yeah, I'm currently doing weekly roundups of the Great British Bake Off from a queer drag perspective.
Lovely time.
Lots of bitching, lots of calling people in shirts Tories.
And that was just me on the first episode.
Yeah.
Fab. So, shall we cheers these?
Let's cheers our
We're not going to
Rub the tarts.
That's not worked.
Very chin review that.
See you again on Quiz Gone By. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Holly.